Welcome into my channel. This is Recover Me and my name is Angie. Welcome into this space with us, and we're going to get some guidance from your spirit guides and angels and passed on loved ones. Just as soon as I get your message for today, I'm going to keep it simple. For today's message, July the 1st, humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. Step 7. In step 6, we got ready to give up our shortcomings. In step 7, we ask our higher power to remove them. There is one catch. We humbly ask our higher power to remove them. Being humble means we remember who we are. Human beings who need help. Being humble means not pretending we're omnipotent, omnipotent. I don't know how to say that word. But anyway, we admit we need help from something greater than ourselves. Being humble means seeing ourselves as we are. We are a small but very important part of the bigger picture. There are a lot of things we can change about ourselves, for ourselves, but we can't fix it all. That is why we ask. Being humble is not a weakness, but a true strength. Prayer for the day. Today I ask my higher power to please remove my shortcomings. Action for the day. Throughout the day, I'll pray to my higher power to remove my shortcomings. July the 1st. Can you believe it, guys? We're here in July and I can't get over it. So all my readings are timeless, as I always say. Let me just make some room here and we tap in, call in our spirit guides. Please oversee this act of divination for the collective here. What messages do they need to know? What do they need to hear for their highest good and the highest good of all? Holy Spirit, holy angels, please surround us with your loving light and protect us from any unwanted forces in this space. What do we need to know? Let's have a look. What's going on with your present situations? First card out is 5 of Cups. This is a card of regret. Let's see what else we have. Present situation. The King of Cups. A lot of water energy. These are water signs. King of Cups can be water sign energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. It's just emotional balance and serenity, as you can see from that man's face. Let's see what you need to focus on at this time. Ten of Wands turned itself over. 10 of Wands, and that's, overburdened, feeling overwhelmed even. Like you have 10 Wands, it's the end of something. At the end of carrying around things that do not serve you anymore. Even things, it often talks about your responsibilities. And it's all about obstacles and challenges, that you'd come across. So releasing that is what you need to focus on now, I feel, with it in that position there, 10 of Wands, in your hopes, or in your, what you need to focus on. Let's have a look at the recent past. The Devil. The Devil card always for me represents our addictions. It's about temptation, also manipulation. If you can see, this person here is being controlled by a toxic energy. So toxicity is the devil energy there. Because you think of anything, of course, any of our addictions, alcoholism, drug addiction, gambling, cocaine, any narcotics, any, even sexual addictions, anything at all that manipulates us. It can be toxic behaviours and also toxic people surrounding you. So there's something in the recent past there, and it could be you being overcome or feeling manipulated by, and really in your head. Look at him holding his head there, overwhelmed. It's overwhelmed coming through in 2 spores here. So this looks good, in the past that's an overwhelm, we'll say, and then what you need to focus on is releasing that sense of overwhelm. carrying more than your fair share, you know. Let's see. What do we have in the supporting energy for this reading, please? What do we have in the supporting energy? Six of Pentacles. This is a card of reciprocity and equal give and take. What's going on in the near future? Oh, the Chariot card. Some major arcana here. It's a card of Cancer. It's about forward movement here, and also it's a card of victory oftentimes. What is your guidance from Spirit at this time? Guidance from Spirit. Nine of Wands. Yeah, there's a releasing here happening. This is to me, it's closing yourself off. Sometimes Nine of Wands, or it's, you know, you're still standing even though you've been through so many storms. Nine Wands is quite the thing, but it's a very big show of strength and resilience. You know, that character is just standing there like victorious, that their trials and tribulations have not gotten them down. You're never going to keep me down. Let's see what else we have here. What else is going on in this energy? Oh, the Sun card. Brilliant. This is the happiest card in the deck. So there's something here. It can be shining a light sometimes. The Sun. It's a card of Leo energy. And that might resonate with you. But the Sun shines its light on everything. Where things in the dark all come to light. And there's a good bit of darkness around this reading, you know, with these cards. So you might be getting illuminated regarding something, or a light might be shone on something that you weren't aware of, to give you some clarity, I feel. There's also that energy of the Sun card is that masculine energy, and it's also about, you know, joy. The happiest card in the deck, embracing that childish feeling of joy, freedom, all of that beautiful stuff. Four of Wands at the back of the deck is another card of joy and celebration. So let's see what else we get. What do we have in your hopes or fears? King of Wands. So two kings here, and it's always male or female. It's just the energies of the cards. King of Wands is very passionate and driven, and this King of Cups is very emotionally mature and stable, ambitious, courageous, all of that. Two symbols of Leo here with the lion and this Wands energy here, but this is fire sign energy. It might be someone in your energy. It doesn't have to be a man specifically, of course. In the tarot, it's never gender specific, so place these energies where they fit yourselves. What do we have in your potential outcome? Let's see. Potential outcome, please, for this collective today. What is the potential outcome? So many cards wants to come forward, but here we are. We have the Hanged Man. This is Pisces energy. Can be talking about a pause, taking a break. It's also the New Perspective card. Reassessing just came through there, channeled. Back of the deck is the Magician, though. There's something you're trying to manifest. You want to bring something in. And this image here is so similar to the Five of Cups. It's like sort of like a vortex. Is that the word? Yeah. Magician energy, though, is as above, so below. You have all the skills and tools in your self to manifest anything you want. But there's something here, maybe it's very magical, this Magician card in particular. It's like alchemizing, and you can often alchemize something really healing from serious trauma. And Five of Cups talks about, you know, betrayals, all of that sort of thing. So let's carry on and get your clarifiers. I go to this Rider-Waite Smith Tarot deck, and let's see what we get for your clarifiers. Call in Spirit once more. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please use this Project to clarify our messages for this collective today. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear for their highest good and the highest good of all? Let's shuffle now, and we will connect. Body, mind, and soul. Connect us, please. There's a tower at the back of that deck now. Lots of major arcanas here. At the minute you've got, 5 of Cups, King of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and they're not major arcanas, but there is either side of this, the Devil, the major arcana, and the Chariot. The Devil is Capricorn energy, Chariot is Cancer energy, and then we have Leo and the Pisces here. The Magician then is fire energy. Fire signs again, like the King of Wands and the Sun. Okay, let's keep on going here. We'll get clarify it for us, please, Spirit. 5 of Cups and the King of Cups. What's going on here? 5 of Cups and the King of Cups, please. Thank you. The Queen of Swords. Back of the deck, it's the Lover's card. The Lover's card can talk about, to cover up the nudity. The Lover's card can speak of a choice, and it can also talk about a love connection, not necessarily so, but we'll see what comes through here. Yeah, there's a choice. You can either live in the lack. I mean, I was on an online meeting there this morning, and this is so coming through now for this reason, I'd say, and somebody shared something in the meeting, and it really made me think. And what they were talking about was, you can live here in this pit of despair and surrender that everything is too much, that you have too little, you don't have enough of whatever. Being in the lack mindset, you can rot and die there. That was kind of what they were saying, that I had a choice. I could rot and die there, or I could try and establish my own internal equilibrium is coming through now from Spirit there. And this Queen of Swords here is like, the King of Cups is so stable. They're usually on a raft of concrete on a body of water that's very turbulent, and that they are remaining calm and harmonious, and that's what it's about. It's also about taking action when needed regarding connections and not being afraid. They're full of courage. Look at that blazing red t-shirt he has on him, and it really screams to me about being so attached to your root chakra that nothing can phase you. There's a lot of orangey reds there, sacral and root chakras both coming through. So maybe that's what you're healing at the moment. Feeling good in yourself, that no matter what disappointments you've gone through, it's like you still have a heart that's, capable of beating. It functions perfectly well. And it might be a doubt that you have. So the Devil can often mean that you're casting doubts over yourself, and you're full of kind of unworthy sort of thoughts, and self-doubt is just a killer. I've had such spells with this stuff myself. During addiction time and before it, that lack kind of mindset, not feeling worthy of anything good. But this Queen of Swords here is the discernment for me. It's coming through there from Spirit as well. They're kind of confirming for me. The Queen of Swords is someone really focused, very diligent, and she cuts with this knife of hers. Hers is the sword, I should say. Hers is the sword of knowledge, the sword of truth, and she can discern anything. So this is about sticking up for yourself. She stands by her boundaries, this lady, and she does have different lines placed in the sand regarding what she will tolerate and what she won't, because she doesn't suffer fools, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, and she doesn't hold back. When she needs to speak up, she speaks up. She's very firm. She can be cruel and icy, but sometimes we need to bring that in. I know King of Cups, we do want to be tender and loving and all those things from the King of Cups energy, but sometimes you can be too soft. So the Queen of Swords sort of comes in to kind of give you that edge, literally, the edge of the sword, so you can discern and cut out what doesn't serve you anymore. Ten of Wands is really supporting this as well. Like, this is a decision that you need to focus on in that position there. What you need to focus on is cutting out those things that don't serve you anymore. Ten of Wands is a completion. You're finished with putting up with carrying the baggage of other people. You know, it looks like she's got her own baggage, and maybe she's accumulated extras over her lifetime, which is what we all do. We carry other people's baggage, and like, it's now you're in this sort of purification place here in the present moment where you want to clear that clutter, and that's what the Queen of Swords is also very capable of. She's a very powerful energy. Lover's card is coming across as choice here, making that decision. I don't want to rot in my own pits of despair. Like, we can all pull out a pit of despair and say, there, and that rock I shall perish is coming through. And it's that thing of it takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage. This guy here is your courage, is the sun, and also a lot of clarity coming from the sun. To see, and she sees clearly as well, this Queen of Swords, that you can discern, what is it I'm carrying here that is mine? What is it I believed was true that wasn't actually true? It never served me. I've got to let those things go. So that's what I'm feeling here. This Lover's card is about releasing things that do not serve you, and also looking things right in the eye regarding, you know, looking at things in detail is coming through here to discern, where did I get this idea from? Where did I buy into a belief where it mightn't have been, I might have been too young to process. I might have been in whatever state, mentally, physically, whatever it was, that I couldn't discern. Also during our addictions, like making decisions based on things that all we can perceive during, you know, inebriation of any kind, is what you can just, you know, perceive, and you can't see. It's almost like you can't see beyond certain points, and you also see things that you just for the moment may want to serve you at the moment. So there's a lot there, but I feel like this is a healing thing, and it is a hard thing to do. Like, you'll always, and I think we all will always have traumas. Everybody has them from their past, but it's that thing of not letting it define your future. You know, this is the thing with the Five of Cups. It's past us, and the King of Cups is sitting there in the present, and he's like, well, that was back then. It's not the case now. I don't need to hold it and have it hold me back, you know. Alright, let's see the Ten of Wands. Spirit is very strong here with you guys today. They're giving me a lot of guidance. It's a lot channeling through. Temperance here at the back of the deck, and this I love as well as the healing thing again. You know, there's a lot of healing energy in that card. Ten of Wands clarified by the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups is that thing of you're feeling closed off to connection, overwhelm here, focusing on that. This is what you need to focus on. Ten of Wands clarified by the Four of Cups. It might be that you know, again, Five of Cups and the Four of Cups, they both have spilled over cups, and three of them are empty. So that's talking to me about things that didn't work out for you, creative projects or love connections or any kind of connections, you know, regarding maybe even people you work with or friends, family, colleagues, anything, and lovers, of course. But there is an opportunity coming in for you. This is what you need to focus on, and you are actually still in this Five of Cups, Four of Cups energy where you're so fed up, you know, look at how bored he is and not interested in connections. But in fact, this, I feel like that's the key, but we'll find out more as we go along through the reading, that the key here is exactly what you think. Isn't like, it's a similar energy to yesterday's, even though you don't feel it. I think I called it. You need to try and open yourself up to connection again. But self-love is coming through here. A lot of, you know, pour into your own cup. That's exactly what the King of Cups does. And don't be afraid to open your eyes every once in a while. Both of these people seem to have their eyes closed. They're all looking down. Nobody's looking towards me here except for the devil energy, which isn't great. It's like, God. Okay, let's see. Temperance card, though, at the back of the deck at this point. This is a card of Sagittarius, and it does talk about, you know, being balanced. She's one foot there in the waters of emotion and another foot on the land where 3D exists. So you're finding balance, and compromise is another thing. It's often this temperance energy to me represents blending two energies to make something magical entirely. And this is the alchemy I was speaking about with the Magician and the Five of Cups, that you can, you know, out of some of the worst grief in life have come the most beautiful creations. Just came forward there from Spirit. Thank you. If you think about the most beautiful stories or books that were written or songs that were written, poetry, anything like that, you know, they are often the source of our best creations and the most beautiful, you know, because it's about that authenticity, speaking your authentic self, Queen of Swords. And maybe it is time to write your story. And often, you know, people start writing their story and they do it just for themselves. I hate using the term journaling because I'm the world's worst for writing journals. But sometimes that's the thing that can spur you on to actually, this could be a story, you know. This should be something that's a message for the world rather than just for my own notes, you know, or processing or healing, whatever that is. So consider all those things. There's a lot here today, but it is that healing thing, blending two energies together. The heartache with your creative mind, the heartache with your emotional balance now and your new perspectives on the world. I don't know, it'll be different for you all, but as I say, do give me a thumbs up if anything I say here resonates with you, and comment below if you'd like to share something with us. Chariot is back again, the recent past, and we have the Five of Wands, and this talks to me about overcoming obstacles and challenges where there was a lot of tension. Competition comes through with the Five of Wands, and just a lot of overwhelm in the past. It's a lot to do with being overwhelmed. The Chariot here is telling me that this can be Cancer again. It might be significant for you, or you might know somebody who's a Cancer. The Chariot card again, it's forward movement. You're moving away from the devil energy. It's hard. And it's the most tempting. How gorgeous is the man in this card, for goodness sake, like. It's that thing of being tempted, you know, and it might look so attractive and appealing at the time, but in fact the Chariot is coming in here to say don't spend too long looking at that, because it does have that power, like it shows in this card. He has the power. If you believe he has the power, or the devil, whatever toxicity or whatever addiction it is, if you tell it that, or you give it that energy in your mind that it has the power over you, it takes it, and you know this. You know that it takes the power from you, and you're completely controlled. You're at its beck and call, and at its, what's the other phrase? I just got it and then it left me again. You're at its every whim. Thank you, Spirit. So the Chariot card is a victory over that as well, because it is the victory card. It's also talking about victory over being manipulated big time, because you can see there's a lot of people here, and it is that thing of competition, you know, people trying to compete with you, fight and you know, create obstacles on your journey, stopping in your tracks. And you might have had people that weren't helping you along your recovery path. Say you're trying to break away from the devil energy, overcome your addictions, and there's people that are around you, could be for you, because in this is you here, you're trying to get away from it, and you're the only one kind of outside that sort of struggle. And it's like, when it's number 5 as well, it's overcoming this, stepping away from these things that do not serve us, the energies that drag us down and pull, you know, they have the potential to pull us in and manipulate and pull our strings, like this puppeteer here. It's like staying away from shiny things just came through there. That's so strange. I never got that before with the devil card. So there you go. I hope that made sense. Let's have a look at the Six of Pentacles. Six of Cups, gorgeous. And at the back of the deck is Judgment. And this is the second to last card in the Major Arcana. It's card number 20. Judgment is like the call before the completion comes, and the World card is card 21. And it's about a wake-up call, answering the call. It's also about resurrection, which can talk about reconciliation, can talk about your rebirth, you know. You're getting a wake-up call from the universe, or you're answering the call, it can mean as well. So whatever this is anyway, the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, this is something about maybe a past energy returning, past person or past person, place or thing returning to you. Can also talk about receiving a gift. As you can see, this person here is receiving, or you giving a gift. I feel like it's a giving back, though. It's definitely here, because this Six of Pentacles talks about equal give and take. You can see the infinity sign here, and there's a lovely cycle of flow, you know, that things are going with the flow. And I feel that's the energy you're embracing at the moment, or you need to, while you're discerning here what is going to bring me a feeling of emotional stability, and what is the emotionally mature thing to be doing things, do things. I love this for you. But a choice as well comes through with the Judgment card, and we had that a while ago with the Lovers. The Judgment card does talk about a judgment call that you're making, as in you're making a decision that you want to give to others as you'd wish to be given. I don't know. Am I saying that right at all? Holy cow, just terrible. Do unto others as you would wish to have done unto yourself. Would that be right? Comments below. Please help me out, guys. I never get these things right when I'm on camera, or otherwise I always get those things back to front. So please excuse my oh God. Chariot card with the is clarified by the Ten of Swords. This is another ending. And at the back of the deck there's an Eight of Cups, which is the walking away card. There's 8 cups here filled with emotion, but something for you had to end. This is the ending card. You've had enough of betrayal. You've had enough of neglect, enough of words that were cruel and manipulating, and you're turning your back on it. And your Chariot here, it's like you hopped in it there in the past, and you're hopping in it again here in the future. So it could be a physical move for some of you. Some of you could be just taking a break, going on a holiday because of all you've overcome, and you've come to this realization you need a bit of time to yourself because you've overcome this Eight of Cups energy. It's very difficult. The full moon, which was the strawberry moon yesterday they were calling it, and it's a very powerful card. Is it full moon in Capricorn, they said. And that's so funny. The Devil card is Capricorn energy. There are no coincidences in these readings as well. There's strange stuff does come through. So stick around and you will see yourself. Let me see though, yeah. It's not been an easy thing for you to decide here to move away from what is not serving you. That Five of Cups, Eight of Cups is telling me, you know, you've realised your value. When you're a King of Cups, it's like, you know, you're worthy, you were born worthy. It is your birthright to have as much happiness as the next person. And your realisation of your true potential and your true worthiness is making you feel this bravery, King of Wands, that you are going to stand up and claim what you are. You know, what is your birthright here? Which is 10 of Cups, not 8 of Cups. And it could have been over 8 years, or, you know, 8 years of a commitment to something. It doesn't have to be, though. It's something that you poured, you know, as much as you possibly could into. And then you said 10 of Wands, or 10 of Swords. It's like, this is not equal give and take, in fact. This is killing me. It's bringing me down. This person is dead in this image. And it's like, no, this is over. When there's a 10 of Wands and a 10 of Swords, like, that's over. You're calling it quits. It's completion. Let's see what we have with the 9 of Wands. the Wounded Warrior card, 5 of Swords, and at the back of the deck is the 6 of Swords, which is lovely to see after the 5 of Swords. It's like in the 5 of Swords, this person is cleaning up, and this could have been you. This is the winning at all costs card, the 5 of Swords. People saying things to win at all costs. It's very cruel living in that kind of stress with those people around you, or that sort of circumstance around you that you never can get your head above water. It's very stifling energy I'm feeling here. I can barely hardly breathe. You can't talk fast enough to get your point across. Nobody's listening. They're all walking away. Everybody's sort of not bothered to face things. It's really difficult. When it's coming in here with this 9 of Wands, like, this is a lot. So much tension and stress. I can feel it here in my body. My head is starting to hurt, and frown is coming on me. And that does happen when Spirit is channeling. It's like, wow. You are still standing. You're carrying a torch here for her to go ahead in your future. She looks so courageous. She's the warrior. The Wounded Warrior, yes, but who isn't? You know, that kind of way. And the 5 of Swords here is like, oh, whatever I have to clean up, I'll clean it up. I'm just got to get out of here. Winning at all costs, I think, yeah, you do need to win at all costs here, because look, whatever this has been, your addiction or otherwise, it has cost you your life in whatever way that is for you. And I know I've had that. I was at the brink so many times. I tried to kill myself. So many things I've destroyed, I can't get them back. Probably you never will, and I've had to surrender to that. My children barely speak to me, and they're adults now, and I reared them through my alcoholism and my drug addictions. And that's a reality I have to face. I have to clean up this mess. I know I do. And it's a work in progress. The 9 of Wands, that's my resilience. So you might have a similar energy to me. So, you know, I don't often talk about my own particular circumstance at length, but 6 of Swords here is that card of moving on. You're going from troubled waters emotionally to calmer waters, and I love to see that at the back of the deck. This is the guidance from Spirit. Whatever has happened is what I'm hearing now from Spirit. You can't go back and fix it, they're saying. You'll carry your battle scars, whatever they'll look like for you. But the Swords energy here is, you got to clear that mind of yours. Come to a place of, what is that, Spirit? You've got to come to a place of harmony. Bring back your bliss, King of Cups. Start to see things clearly for what they actually are, rather than what you believe just coming through. 9 of Wands, all those wands is 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and also the 10 of Swords. This can be stuff that you believed that wasn't in fact true, but it hurt you to hell. It was betrayals here. Lies. Hurtful things. People said things that they wanted to keep you down on the ground, literally make you go away. So somebody had to hear that. Look at you, you're still there, you're not going anywhere, but you are in your head emotionally. You are detaching from these things that haven't served you in the past. Some of you physically might be moving, you know, you might be going somewhere, but it's just that, yeah, it's that symbology really. Spirit has tried to say, you lost so much. Like I sometimes get drawn to this guy and his socks are falling down. You know, you don't think you're as strong as you used to be. It's that image of, I don't know, some of you might have addiction, eating disorders here as well, anorexics and that. I remember there was a girl in my class in secondary school, and she was seriously anorexic, and I used to see her tights on her legs and there'd be rolls in them because no tights were small enough. She was just so distraught, and it took something out of her, so much out of her. And it is that thing of, you know, self-sacrificing. That can be hangman energy as well. You're sacrificing people for too long. 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, that's self-sacrifice, and self-sabotage comes in there as well. And my God, you throw in an addiction on top of it, or a toxic connection, or, you know, whatever the toxicity is for you, or whatever your poison is, that you literally are doing that self-destruction thing. And it's like you're just about able to hold on to those socks up your leg, and you're just about still standing, as these two are here. but you have the strength no matter what. This Sun card is talking about strength. There's a lion up here. He's the strength from the Leo energy. I feel like a lot of you could be Leo or fire signs at the very least, with the strength and stamina that you have. And that Nine of Wands also talks about stamina. No matter what you've been through, you still have a fight left within you, which is absolutely, so admirable. But yeah, some of you are moving physically, and more power to your elbow. It will be, the sun is at your back. Look at that, really gorgeous. And it's like the essence of spirit is at your back, is what I'm hearing, guys. This is so beautiful. Sun card, clarified by the devil. And I mean, talk about the contrast of night and day. This is extraordinary. Page of Cups at the back of the deck. Somebody bringing you a gift, an offer, a message of something that's going to fill your heart with joy. The sun and the devil. It's literally night and day. Can you see that? I've got 2 devil cards here now. And this is the reason for your reading here, or what your entire spread is trying to say for me. It's an influence as to what's happening in your life at the moment in this position here. So the devil is clarifying the sun. There's been a light shining and being shone on for you where these toxicities are in your life. It could be codependency as well. It always comes through for me when I see that image of the 2 people chained together. But it is something to do with, we get addicted to people, self-sabotaging patterns, victimhood, dramas, substances. Obviously escapism is coming through there as well with the chains. But there's something here being illuminated for you in the in the cold light of day, as they say. The sun is shining on everything, and nothing can escape the light of the sun. It does come into focus, and that's what's happening now for you guys in the present. And within this sunlight, you're going to see some gift that you haven't been aware of. I think it's a surprise, because there's something popping out of that cup in this Page of Cups. Pages are always messengers, so something that's going to fill your heart, that you really are going to love. It might be something just small, but it is something special. Can we clarify our King of Wands, please? Hopes or fears? You're hoping you'll have the courage and strength, I think, to keep going with this, and I really feel that you will. But yeah, King of Wands energy, it's that fire that's on, like you cannot extinguish it. Oh wow, the card's coming through here, guys, look. Death card to clarify the King of Wands. This is unstoppable. You're running towards your horse, and you're running after you've trodden what's not served you. Look at him trotting over the land of waste. And the Death card is coming in here to sweep away the past. 8 of Cups, sweep away the past destruction that's been in your life. And you're stepping towards this spiritual person here. He looks like a pope, and you're heading towards your sun. How beautiful is that? This person is walking over towards the direction of the sun and leaving the path of destruction behind them, I'm hearing from spirit. And that you absolutely have this very powerful energy of the King of Wands, that you're taking action. Wands energy is action. You're following your passion. You have a fire in your belly now to overcome, and the courage and the passion to overcome all of these things that have held you back in your life. And more especially, I feel like that escapist thing that you always, you've been running. I feel it in my heart. It's thumping out of my chest here. I feel like you've been running and running and running and running and running and running, and trying to cope and trying to deal and trying to navigate and trying to keep your head together. He's holding his head, and it's just been torment. Like, there's 2 hooded characters here, and it's like you're at your last bit, and you're holding on by your fingernails. You're just at the last thread of patience with everything. And these 3 images, in fact, are all coming through as that, holding on by a thread is coming through there, or by your fingernails, as I say. But you've done it long enough. Look at this 8 of Cups. There you go, with your red cloak on. You very like this guy's red t-shirt, and he's here again, male or female again. As I say, it's only the energy of the cards, but you're putting on your cape like a superhero, Superman, Superwoman, whichever you identify as. And this is it. You're stepping into your magnificent best future ever. Hanged Man, please, spirit. Emperor bossing up, and we have the Six of Wands. How gorgeous is this at the back of the deck? This is it's like a homecoming message. That's the first time I've had that come through. But you know, when, like, say there's I'll have to go back to the World Cup because I have been watching it, and it's coming in again here now through Spirit. There's a channel coming in here, and it's saying to me, when the team come home and everybody surrounds you, the team in the town, to celebrate them, that there's some kind of leader and a victor in something that nobody else who came to see them coming home has achieved. And this is you guys doing your victory lap in this card. You've achieved something now that you're a master at. That's your leadership kind of staff, and you're brandishing it, holding it high, happy to show that you now know or have triumphed over something. You're carrying the flag here, you're hoisting it high, and you're sitting in this throne of power on this gorgeous, it's a horse, but he's white, and now in your purity and honesty, the whiteness of this gorgeous horse, it's like, yeah, I deserve to sit in this seat of power. I deserve to have this crown on my head. I deserve to be celebrated, to be seen as I am. The purity and innocence of it, and it's bringing me back to the purity and innocence of the sun. Whereas in the devil energy, it's such a shadowy energy. We're sick of hiding, is what I heard. We're sick of hiding and holding on. Look at your devil claws there. Holding on and, living life in the seat of your pants, I just heard. Now you can stand in your own light, the sun energy. Sit on your throne of power. And don't be afraid to celebrate yourself. This is a card of celebration. It's public recognition. So I think a lot of you have really a message because of what you learned. This is like a notch on your belt, I just heard. This is something big. It'll stay with you forever, this stuff that you're doing at the moment. And it'll never let you down, I'm hearing from Spirit. So, my God, you guys, what a beautiful energy today. Look at something. King of Pentacles, you're going to feel so secure and so abundant. And abundance can look like anything. It doesn't have to be money. And you have a 10 of Cups under him. Like, this is what's coming towards you. How much more positivity do you get? King of Pentacles, this is master of your realm. You've aced the material world. You have everything you need to be comfortable and feel abundant in every way. Community, belongings, possessions. And 10 of Cups, that's just utter bliss. It's back to that King of Cups energy, that you have everything that your heart desires and more. And you're victorious, and you've overcome something here with that winning card. And that Chariot card being a winning card, and we've had him twice. And the Sun, so that's winning everything. This is so gorgeous. I didn't even talk about these two. I'll have to just finish out the deck. My throat goes completely dry when the channeling comes in so well. I'll just have to take some water. Oh, excuse me. The Hanged Man and potential outcome. This is your new perspective. You can see the rays here coming from her head. It's reminding me of the sun rays there. The greens are so similar, and the yellowy green there. Clarified by the Emperor, this is you bossing up, sitting in your throne of power. Aries energy, the Emperor, male or female, is the leader, the father of the tarot. But as I said, it's male or female. It's like you have a cloak of protection on underneath that cloak of bravery of yours, and that's because you've learned that your heart is so important, and you're protecting it from here on out. You're sitting in your own bubble of serenity, you're protecting your peace and your harmony. That's what the Emperor does. He's a very tender leader, very loving, like fatherly, as I said. Maybe some of you have a father figure that's very supportive towards you, but you don't have to. I feel like this is more like you and your throne of power, now that you've seen things from another perspective, that you've had this illumination. And you've also had realizations and clarity coming towards you. Queen of Swords, the Sun card. And it's just shone a light, really, on the fact that you are the main character in your story. And God damn it, do you earn that throne of yours. Guys, this was so full of power. I'm going to leave your messages there for you, and I'm going to see you in the next reading. If you'd like to look for to communicate with me personally, my email is in the description box below. Do look back at other readings as well. There's other readings in the channel too to explore. If you think that somebody else you know would benefit from this content, do share it with others. The more subscribers I get, the better. And I will see you in the next one. I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.